Hey everybody, it's Becky, and I wanted to talk to you today about something kind of weird. If you have heard of Keratosis Pilaris, which is also called chicken skin, it's a lot of times the little red bumps you get on the back of your arms. Some people get them on their thighs. But it's just little red, obnoxious bumps, and they're not pimples. It is actually a condition that's caused by too much keratin building up in your skin, which keratin is, in your fingernails and in your hair. It's extra buildup of that gets stuck on your skin, and it makes these little raised up pieces or raised up bumps on your arms, and a lot of times it is red. And I've struggled with it ever since my oldest daughter was born, and I never had it before, and they say it's largely genetic, but nobody in my family has it that I know of. So it's kind of frustrating because being as fair as I am, to have red anything anywhere is very obvious. And for a long time I would never wear short sleeves. Even in the summer I would wear either 3/4 or long sleeves and push them up or whatever, because I was so self-conscious. Well, then that gets hot, and after a couple years you get sick of it. So finally I would wear short sleeves, but I was really self-conscious about those bumps, and nothing I tried seemed to work. I went to the dermatologist, and he gave me a prescription medication, and it wasn't cheap, and you were supposed to limit your exposure to the sun because it had alpha hydroxy acids in it, which can cause you to burn worse. That's the last thing I need. It was really frustrating. And I tried, things I found at the drugstore. I would Google it and try different lotions that people had recommended. I got the KP Duty brand of skin products I found at Sephora. It was like $45 for a scrub, but I was desperate. I got a Clarisonic Plus because the Plus has the body head on it, and you can use it on your arms. I'd heard people say that worked for them, and I love the Clarisonic for my face, but I wouldn't have spent all that money for the one for your body too if I, would have known that it wasn't going to make a difference, and it didn't. The only thing that I have ever found that has made a long-term significant difference is coconut oil. And coconut oil is good for a lot of different things. I originally started using it as an eye makeup remover. And then I thought, well, I'd heard people say it's good for skin, and it's actually supposed to be good for people that have eczema. My youngest daughter gets little flare-ups of eczema in the wintertime, and I'd actually bought it for her. I bought it from Whole Foods, and I bought this one. Oops. It's the organic Expeller pressed coconut oil. It smells to me like French fries. I don't know why. It smells like McDonald's French fries. I don't know if McDonald's cooks their French fries in coconut oil, and that's why it smells like it. But to me, it's not the smell. When you think of coconut, you think of like good smelling tropical coconut. It doesn't smell good to me, but I don't care what it smells like as long as it works. It works really good as an eye makeup remover. Good, as a face makeup remover. I put it on before I actually wash my face. It helps to emulsify all the makeup and get it all, broken up so I can get it off. And it has a lot of other benefits too. I've got some notes written down here. Coconut oil is known to soothe inflammation, reduce redness, moisturize, and sanitize. And like I said, my youngest daughter has little flare-ups of eczema, and her doctor had mentioned coconut oil on her. And doing some research, I found they said Keratosis Pilaris is actually a form of eczema. So that's kind of when the thought went off my head to try it for my arms, but then I never did. And I had this big tub laying around because in the summertime, my daughter doesn't have any trouble with her eczema, and I was like, what am I going to do with this stupid $10 jar of stinky French fry coconut oil? And so that's when I was researching it, and that's when I started using it on my eyes as eye makeup remover. And then I just happened to put it on my arms one day, and it was amazing. I mean, it's not completely gone. I would say probably 85% is gone from what it was before when I wasn't using anything. And it definitely has worked more than anything I've ever tried, any other cream or lotion or scrub or whatever. So the important thing about Keratosis Pilaris is, like I said, it is a buildup of keratin, so you need to exfoliate. You get buildup of the keratin because your skin is not shedding the way that it should. So you've got to get rid of the buildup by exfoliating. Not too hard. I mean, I usually get an exfoliating mitt, and then I put an exfoliating granule on the mitt and kind of do that once or twice a week. And then moisturize. The dermatologist had told me you cannot moisturize enough. I mean, keep your arms moisturized. Do it in the morning, do it at nighttime, do it both. Just keep your arms, and wherever you got the issue, keep it moisturized. And then avoid harsh chemicals. Avoid things that are soap-based. Anything that has the lauryl sulfates in it, petroleum, artificial fragrance, parabens, or dimethicone. So I have noticed a huge difference, and I've actually started using it on my legs too, because if you see one of my other videos I made about my legs were just so irritated and broken out and bumpy, and that's when I tried the Aveeno shave cream, which that did help, but the coconut oil has made the biggest difference. They don't get bumpy anymore. I don't get razor burn anymore after I shave. I did try shaving with it. I did not like it. It clogged up the razor and it made the bathtub so slippery. It was like being on a slip and slide. So it was kind of dangerous. So I don't recommend using it to shave with. But I did type up some things I found online where people had used coconut oil. So one thing it says, coconut oil screens 20% of ultraviolet exposure. It's a very small natural SPF. I think they said SPF 4. That does not mean that you should put it on and use it as a sunscreen. I mean, I think people still need to use a higher level sunscreen, but it's good to know. You know, it's good to know. Anyway, it leaves a protective barrier against environmental and free radical damage. Contains vitamin E, which helps recovery of the skin if you get a sunburn or something like that. Gentle and safe enough to use on babies, obviously, because my doctor told us to do it on my daughter. And then it makes a great diaper rash lotion, eye makeup remover, eyelash conditioner, and stretch mark preventer. And then if you were like me when I was pregnant, my stomach would get so itchy, so it's really good for that too. And it's natural, so you don't have to worry about putting it on your stomach and your skin absorbing it and then it going, you know, into the baby. And that is important too. That's a side note off my little tangent here is when you're pregnant, don't just think because you're pregnant and the baby's not there yet. Whatever you're putting on yourself is going into the baby. Whether that's makeup products, hair products, lotion, all that stuff. So, you know, it's something to think about. I mean, some people don't care about stuff like that, but I know that that kind of changed my thinking when I was pregnant. I was like, if I would not feed this to my baby or put this on my baby, then you shouldn't do it to yourself when you're pregnant because it's the same difference. So it is really good for that, and it's natural. Of course, get an organic version if you're worried about that. And then you're supposed to purchase unrefined coconut oil. The unrefined coconut oil is exposed to less chemicals than the, which makes it more pure than the refined coconut oil. So you want organic, unrefined coconut oil. And they do have it in the food section usually, and also in the cooking, or the body care section. This one actually, like I said, it did come from Whole Foods. I keep holding it this way. It did come from Whole Foods, and it's got nutrition ingredients on it. So you can cook with it, you can eat it. If you're into oil pulling, you can use it for that. You know, but I have not eaten it yet. I haven't cooked with it either. But I guess it would be fine. So just wanted to share that with you, because if there's people out there that are struggling with keratosis pilaris like I was, it made a huge difference. It made more of a difference than anything I've ever tried. And if you have keratosis pilaris, you know how embarrassing it can be, and how you want to hide it and cover it up as much. So try this. I mean, you're not out anything, and like I said, if you do get it at Whole Foods, you can always return it if it doesn't work, or you can cook with it or whatever. But I mean, it's definitely worth a try, and I hope that helps you. Let me know in the comments if you all have tried anything, if you have keratosis pilaris, what you've tried, and if it's worked for you. And if you know somebody that might be struggling with it, share this video so maybe they can try it and it might help them out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.